So in this video, let us look at an interesting question of what positive and negative angles are. So we have seen that angles measure rotation, right? So angles measure rotation. And when you look at rotation, there can be two types of rotation. One is clockwise rotation and the other is anti-clockwise rotation. This rotation seems to have a direction. So whenever I say that a line has rotated through 30 degrees, there can be two different possibilities. That is, a line might have rotated through 30 degrees in clockwise direction. Line might have rotated through 30 degrees in anti-clockwise direction also. So differentiate these two, we follow a standard convention. So the initial ray is always assumed as the direction of positive x-axis. So from this initial ray, if the ray rotates in counterclockwise direction, we assume that the angle rotated is positive. So remember this, counterclockwise direction is always considered positive. This is a convention. And if the ray rotates in clockwise direction, assume that the ray has rotated like this. So we say that the angle rotated is negative. That is, clockwise rotation is considered as negative. This is a convention. That is, if this angle is 30 degrees, assume that this angle is 30 degrees. So I say that the ray has rotated through an angle of plus 30 degrees. This ray 1, I'll call this ray 1. Ray 1 has rotated through an angle of plus 30 degrees. And if this is ray 2 and this angle is 60 degrees, let us suppose this angle is 60 degrees. So I say that the ray has rotated through minus 60 degrees. I say this number does not change, but I add a minus here just to say the direction in which it has rotated. The minus doesn't have any physical meaning. Minus just says that the rotation is clockwise. So if the ray has rotated through 30 degrees, if I don't give a symbol, the default symbol is plus. If the ray has rotated in clockwise direction, I'll give specifically this sign minus 60 degrees. So if I say that the ray has rotated through 30 degrees in counterclockwise direction, that is one way of saying. If we don't want to use that word clockwise, counterclockwise, I simply say that the ray has rotated through 30 degrees. Counterclockwise is already understood. So I can say that the ray has rotated through 60 degrees in clockwise direction. So if I say clockwise, I don't need to use minus. But if I don't want to say clockwise, what I say is the ray has rotated through minus 60 degrees. And when I say minus, clockwise direction is implied by this. So this positive and negative angles, you need to understand that they are just conventions, nothing else. So there is nothing like a negative angle. For example, let us look at the sample question. So you're asked to rotate the ray through, in one case 120 degrees, the next sub question minus 150 degrees, minus 75 and 100 degrees. So first, if you're asked to rotate the ray through plus 120 degrees, that means you're asked to rotate this initial ray through 120 degrees in the counterclockwise direction. That is, in this direction. This is the counterclockwise direction. So 120 degrees is obviously more than 90 degrees. So the ray will pass through 90 degrees and will stop somewhere here. So this angle has to be 120 degrees in the counterclockwise direction. So this angle is plus 120 degrees. This is the corresponding ray for the first question. Next question, you're asked to rotate the ray through minus 150 degrees. So minus 150 degrees is nothing but 150 degrees in clockwise direction. That is, you have to rotate it in this direction. So 90 has been crossed. If it comes here, it becomes minus 180. I want minus 150, so it will stop somewhere here. So this angle is represented as minus 150 degrees or 150 degrees in the clockwise direction. Next, minus 75 degrees. Again, negative, that means you have to rotate it in clockwise direction through 75 degrees. It will stop somewhere here. This angle is 75 degrees. Because it is in clockwise, I'll write it as minus 75. So this is the ray correspond to the question C. Now if you are asked to rotate the ray through 100 degrees, there is no sign here, so the default sign is positive. So I need to rotate it in counterclockwise direction. So if this is 120 degrees, 100 lies in between. So this angle is 100 degrees in counterclockwise direction. And you might be wondering why counterclockwise is taken as positive and clockwise is taken as negative. So this system is called the right hand convention. Right hand convention. So you get this convention in a lot of situations in your 11th and 12th class physics. So the right hand thumb rule says that, so if you rotate the fingers of your right hand in counterclockwise direction, your thumb will point upwards. So if you rotate this ray in clockwise direction, if you rotate the fingers of your right hand in clockwise direction, you can see that your thumb is going inside the page. So that's not what we are looking for. We are looking for the thumb coming out. That is, if the angle is in clockwise direction, the thumb is free to move. So that is taken as a good situation. Again, this is a convention. There is no straightforward logic that this has to happen and that has to happen. Most of the mathematicians have agreed with this, and we should also agree with this.